Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome to this video explaining what is SRP and what does it mean for Fallout 4 Rebuilding Avalon. First, I'd like to say welcome advisor. Here's what you need to know to roleplay a spirit advisor in chat. First, I'm going to talk about a few terms. SRP. If you look in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you will see a little visual indicator that this is a serious roleplay stream, SRP. This means that my responses will be in character unless I'm in a save screen like the one you see now. In chat, you guys can be IC, which means in character. By default, for a serious roleplay series, all chat is in character unless you indicate that it's not. And you do that by using OOC, which stands for out of character, in front of any comments that you make that are not, well, IC, in character. So you don't have to roleplay, but I do ask you to respect the rules of the chat by using OOC to indicate that. Next, guides. There are currently 3 guides for Fallout 4. A guide is a special in-character and out-of-character role that is a chat role that is offered by me to qualified patrons for SRP streams. If you're curious about that, please check out my Patreon page for more information. You, the chatter, are role-playing an advisor, a spirit advisor, and, well, that's what this video is going to be explaining to you. But first, I'd like to talk a little bit about the universe itself within the series. I reserve the terms dimension and plane for the background of my universe. This universe has 2 planes that your character can know about. The physical plane, i.e. the currently alive people, and the advisor plane, which, well, is really how you communicate with Avalon. There are more planes, but at your level of existence, you do not know about them. So, who is Avalon? Avalon is a walk-in soul into the current body that exists in Fallout 4. She was not born to this body. The soul that was here has moved on to another task, another plane. She does not know the specific past of this body, nor does she remember her own past in her previous life. And in fact, that's what this whole journey is about. Not just doing things in Fallout 4 for the people that are living there, but also, well, rebuilding Avalon. So, what are you? You are an advisor. You're a spirit that is either currently or has recently been part of the physical plane. You are not a god, or a demon, or an angel. You connect on a spirit level to Avalon in order to watch and hear her. The two-way communication is important. Where are you? You are existing in one of 2 planes, the physical or the spirit, which I call the advisor plane. In the advisor plane, there are more in-the-know spirits, and you'll know them as guides, which we've already talked about. You can ask them questions in chat, in character, or out of character. The physical plane. If your character is currently alive, they will require a mental connection of some description to the advisor plane, which is an ability to tap into the spirit plane with a two-way communication device of some type. It can be technologically based, it can be a crystal ball, it can be just your own brain through meditation, but it has to be one of these methods. That means you need to be a sentient species. Yes, you can be a talking plant, but the important point is you are sentient. You are not from an alternate timeline, a different dimension, or an alternate plane. So, what can you be? Well, anything that follows the guidelines I've just given you. However, some more specific examples are your planet can have energy that you call magic. It can be an Earth-like planet, and you can be a human-like being. You can be a sentient animal, as long as you're evolved enough to be able to meditate or communicate in some way. You can be from Fallout Earth if and only if you follow these additional guidelines. The reason for these additional guidelines is to avoid both spoilers and the temptation to give Avalon spoilers. So that means you were an average person with no special knowledge. You died. You're on the spirit plane, and you died before the bombs, or when the bombs fell, or in a vault within a few years of the bombs falling, or possibly without even waking up. This means you'd have knowledge of day-to-day things in the Fallout world, like iBots, cars, Mr. Handy's, Super Duper Mart, that sort of thing. But you have no special knowledge. You were not an executive with Vault Tech. You were not some evil genius plotting somewhere. You're just an average Joe. So, sorry. What are some examples of things that won't work? You are not watching Avalon on a TV. She is not a series that you are watching. The two-way communication, as mentioned before, is very important. You're not a god from another universe. You're not from the current day Fallout. You know nothing about post-apocalyptic Fallout. You know nothing about super mutants or ghouls or feral ghouls or synths or anything like that. Again, this is to avoid spoilers and the temptation to give them. Well, as a final word, I'd like to say that I hope you guys will have fun in chat in the stream with your character. I've tried to leave the background as open as possible for you guys, so as long as you follow these guidelines, your character should be good to go and fit in just fine. And, well, the series wouldn't be the same without you, because the whole point of my SRP live streams is to involve you in the story. So your character, are just as much part of the story as Avalon. Hope to see you in the stream. You take care now. Bye.